Hey guys. I think there's 6 people in here. And let me know if you guys can see and hear me too. Hey, how you doing, girl? How you doing, queen? Okay, good. Because I don't know, like this, I have a new laptop because my other laptop, I think it was on my son's, like on the 13th. So like last week, I just felt like I needed to buy a new laptop. And I'm glad I did because I just had a feeling because it was like 5 years old, like it was going to not work after a while. And it did. It like literally the day that I brought home this laptop, that's why I couldn't do it last week because I did. It was like last Friday I bought a new laptop and I didn't know how to use it. Like it worked all day, but then when I had to live stream, it wasn't working, and I was trying to set everything up for live stream, and I was like, I'll just do it next week. I can't deal with this. But that's what happened. So now I know how to use this new laptop. So hey Taylor, how you doing? How you doing? Just lighting some frankincense and myrrh. And today's my cheat day, so I'm drinking some chocolate. Chocolate shake and DQ. So we good right now. We good right now. All right, there we go. I'm gonna turn on my candle. Okay. Hi, Aquamarine Goddess. How you doing? Love, light, and blessings. I'm doing really good. I wanted to do this live stream because I am so grateful. We are over 7,000 subscribers. And y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Hi, Brown Brujita. How you doing? Hi, Tasha McKnight. How you doing? Taylor J. Aquamarine Goddess. Hi, Mimi. Okay, your right hand itching could be a good thing because I don't know. My ex-husband used to get very excited when my right hand used to itch because it meant like money is coming. Money is coming. If your left hand is itching, that might not always be a good thing. So not such a bad thing. And maybe Taylor, it means money's coming. You never know. So yeah, I'm excited. We are over 7,000 subscribers, guys. I started this channel in June. You're gonna hear a lot of noise in the background. My kids are awake, so I wanted to do like a casual live stream. You're welcome. So the first year I barely had any subscribers. So like even though my channel is still small, it's growing. My little family's growing. So I'm really excited about that. So it'll be 4 years I started this channel and 4 years in June that I went into business for myself. So and I can't even believe like how much my business has grown. Okay, because your girl started in the psychic hotline. She did the psychic hotline for 3 years. I went from doing home readings, so doing home readings in my home, like my mama, my grandma, and everybody else. Then I went from that to doing readings online in a psychic hotline for 3 years. I have clients to this day that met me on that psychic hotline. And then 4 years ago, went into my own business. And then I think it was after 6 or 9 months, I was able to go into business full time by myself. So it's just been beautiful. Right. Oh yeah, remember that? Yeah, she know. Don't say what psychic for legal reasons, Taylor. Don't be saying what psychic hotline it was because they like to sue people, But yeah, that's how I work. Like you would do a live stream. And when I used to work in the psychic hotline, they used to take me to private, make like a noise. And people used to be like, we never get to talk to you in free chat. Like you forever stay busy. It was so funny. They'll have like people waiting for me in the free chat for like days and days and days just to read with me because I would do like a free card or whatever. Those were the days. Those were the days, Taylor. Hello, Dab King. How are you? How are you doing? I think I'm enjoying the chocolate. I don't get to have ice cream anymore these days, so I'm like enjoying this milkshake too much. Yes, that's where you met me. Exactly, exactly. So I wanted to do this live stream not only to thank you guys for subscribing, for all the people that have bought my services, for all the love and support and all that beautiful stuff. I also wanted to do this live because I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of taking back your power through magic, you know. Um, I'm doing very well. I'm very happy. And I just wanted to have like an open discussion with you guys, like what you thought about that. You know, one of the things that I couldn't do on the psychic hotline was literally we weren't allowed to talk about certain things, you know, because it's like a company you're working for. So like we had to be really careful what we talked about, you know. And even though like sometimes I feel like we're a little censored on this thing too, it does. I'm celebrating Brown Brujita because I am doing so well. I'm recovering from my ED. I'm eating healthy for the first time and like since I was 9 years old, and I've lost some weight for health reasons in a responsible way. And so I thought that I would celebrate my milestone. It's 40 pounds now, with a little shake from Dairy Queen. So that's what I'm enjoying. It's like my little reward. I got to buy like a whole little wardrobe. I ordered some clothes online. They fit. I was like, oh my God. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. But you know, I'm gonna still stay plus size fabulous because I like being plus size. So anyway, so yeah, so I was like I was inspired to do this live stream because I had a lot of clients when I would read them, and one of the first things they would tell me is, you know, when they would do like a spiritual investigation, they'll be like, I want to work with these spirits, but like I'm afraid because of Christianity and things like that. And sometimes they think like I don't understand, you know what I mean? But I do, because a lot of people don't know that even though my mom was a spiritualist, okay, and even though my mom was doing her thing, at 9 years old, I like, because I was going through a lot of stuff, which I'm not going to get into depressing stuff. I converted into like, you know, fundamentalist Christianity. I was very Pentecostal, and it was my choice. My mom didn't force me to go to church. And then I went from, in my teenage years, I was a youth pastor, and I used to knock on people's door, you know, bothering people on a Saturday, but have you heard about Jesus and the pamphlets? And then by the time I was 19, I was the vice president of the youth. I went into the ministry. So like I actually became an ordained minister, and all that. So I got really into the religion. So people are like, wait, and you read tarot? Because technically speaking, I'm still an ordained minister. And I'm like, yes, I do. I could marry you if you live in Pennsylvania. But yes, I read tarot. I had my awakening, and you know, God just changed my life and introduced me to the ancestors, and I've been practicing my stuff ever since. My mom took me under her wing. The spirits have put great teachers into my life, so I have like a lot of passion for spirituality because it literally saved my life. And so it makes me so happy when you guys, you know, book a session with me, and I see people like, you know, once they know that it's okay to work with our African ancestry or our Native American ancestry or our pagan ancestors, like that's okay, then nothing bad's going to happen to them. It just makes me feel really good, you know, because it's like we're taking back our ancestral birthrights. We're taking back our power, you know. And it's like when you're told for so long that what we believe in, or that anything that's not Christian or anything that's black is evil and black magic is evil and black spirits are evil and brown spirits are evil, when you know that it's not evil, and you actually get to work with and honor spirits that look so much like yourself, I mean, that makes a difference, you know? So that's like, you know, one of the best rewarding things is like when you start getting into spirituality and you start to understand that when you pray to the ancestors, they empower you. Like there's nothing like sitting in your altar, man, with your loa or your orishas or your ancestors, and you're going through a hard time and you light them candles and all you can do is cry, but somebody's listening to you and somebody's listening to your prayers. And then next thing you know, you start seeing roads opening up and opportunities and everything like that. You know, when I started on this path, like I had nothing. Like I was in a domestic violence shelter with my kids. The spirits took me out of that. They got me into doing my own business. When I worked on the psychic hotline, like I literally was living in Section 8, food stamp, you know, being a single mother because I got divorced, and like these spirits have just been blessing my life. And so I love sharing that with you guys because, you know, there's just power in the spirits. There really is. Yes, Brown Bojita knows what I'm saying. Like, yes, girl. You know, so, and I would love to hear your guys' experiences and, you know, why you guys want to get into spirituality, because I love it. Like, I don't know, like they do all these like from pagan to Jesus, or like from new age to Jesus and all of this. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm good right where I'm at. And I think the common misconception is that people think you have to, if you're someone who like likes Jesus, you don't have to necessarily leave Jesus, because especially if you're practicing religions of the diaspora, like there's people that still pray to Jesus. Like that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I don't think it has to be one or the other. That's what I'm saying. I feel like everybody's path is your individual path, you know? So it's like really thick in the bottom of this damn shake. Can't even lay. Can't even suck the rest of it. I think it's done. I don't know. I think there's 18 people here. So what do you guys think? What do you think about that? Do you think that you can still work with like the energy of like Christian imagery and still like be considered spiritual? Exactly. And see, that's that no, I want to show this. I don't know why they're blocking people. We don't censor here. That's YouTube, not me. My problem with the church is that they hold the power, but working with assets empowers me. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying, because to some people, they feel like I don't want to. And I think that that's valid too. Like some people, like I was so traumatized, or I feel like so inhibited that I can't do that. And some people are like, no, I can, because there's so much like synchronous, like there's so much like similarities to it that I can. Like you have some people that are like, I'm crystal pagan. Hoodoo, something that I practice, we heavily use Bible magic. And the reason why I like hoodoo is because I work with La Madama spirit. And I feel like it's a homage to her, because that's how our enslaved ancestors worked the roots. And they used like hidden things in the Bible. So like I do work with like the Psalms and Bible and angels and all of that too. But at the same time, I do work the left-handed path, you know. Me growing up, you know, my mom's Haitian. So like that's something that's normal, you know. When we're talking about traditions like Santeria and Haitian voodoo and hoodoo, you can work the right and the left. So, you know, Jesus is your guy though. Yeah, exactly. No, that makes perfect sense, because that's the thing. That's the thing, is your own personal thing. And if you want me to be honest, you know, I like the idea of Jesus. I like the Christ consciousness. Like that's so when I think of Jesus, I don't think about the Bible. I'm gonna be real honest with you. The Bible to me is a book of spells that my ancestors used to uplift their oppression. But I believe in a Christ consciousness because of the near-death experience that I had. I know there's like a God, but I don't pretend to know who God is. I don't pretend to know everything about God. You know what I mean? Exactly. 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 That's exactly what I was trying to word it, Liz, but you worded it good. Archetypes, stories, examples, things to be inspired to. Exactly, exactly. Exactly. And then me, I just think of like there's one main source of God, and then like the ancestors are like extensions of that, and that kind of like I'm good with that. Because with the ancestors, I don't worship them like, oh yes, ever powerful. It's more like we work together. They went through things, so they know my earthly needs, where God is like this energy that never been human kind of thing. Exactly. And that's exactly what I believe too. Like just let people do what they do. I think like there's so much judgment, because when I first came on YouTube in the spiritual community, I was getting really annoyed with the whole I hate Jesus, and oh, I don't like this. And there's people that are Christian witches. My mom is a Christian witch, to be honest. Like I grew up my mother, like I had my own Christianity, but she had her own Caribbean Christianity, which was do the spells from Monday through Saturday, and then you go to church on Sunday. And my mother still goes to church on Sunday. So I'm just saying. And it works because my mother's very powerful. So it's whatever works for you. Exactly. I like that's a good idea. Making the Bible one that you can connect to. That's beautiful. But the thing about it is the Rider-Waite-Smith is Christian. That's the thing that nobody understands. The imagery on the Rider-Waite-Smith is Christian because the lady who made it, who was a mixed race woman, was Catholic. She was Christian, and she put a lot of Christian Egyptian symbology in it. Kabbalah, all that. It's a lot of hidden little symbols in there. Because I used to think it was bad too. That's why when I started reading professionally, I only used to use my deck of playing cards. Because the devil card, oh my God, the devil card, I was like, oh my God. I was like, no. So I used to only read with a deck of playing cards. And like I was literally working on a psychic hotline. I would never show my cards to my clients. I'm like, I don't want them to know I'm like reading them with a deck of playing cards. Oh my God, sis, that's so accurate. I was like, And then I bought the psychic tarot, and I think my first oracle deck was like a Doreen Virtue Archangel deck or something, or Romance Angels or something like that. Yes, there's a lot of Christian, like the Ace of Cups is like the communion. Exactly. And that's the thing, because cartomancy, like reading playing cards, came so easy to me because that was what I was exposed to. Transitioning to the Rider-Waite-Smith was like, from the first day I got the deck, I just read people with it. I didn't have to like study it. I do study it now, but technically I didn't have to study it to give good readings. It was like, I don't know, the imagery was just like, it actually had pictures, because I was reading like, I mean, a deck of playing cards has no pictures in it. There's just numbers and a couple of court cards, and that's what you get. So, yeah. Yeah, I think this no shake is done, guys. We're gonna be done with that. There's like literally nothing in there. But yeah, but I love I love all tarot, but I'm like obsessed with Rider-Waite-Smith. So I don't know why, I just am. I think it's because at 25 I got my first tarot reading. My mom took me, and I was scared. I was like praying, God, please don't strike me down. And it was such a good reading, but I never saw the devil card in it until like one day I saw a walkthrough. I was like, ooh, I'm not buying that deck. But it was she read me with the universal weight one. I didn't know there was a difference. I just saw like a deck, never seen a tarot deck in my life. So, so yeah. Never seen one of them in my life. Hello, Black Goddess. How you doing? How you doing? Yes, how you doing? Hope you're doing well today. I'm just talking about how obsessed I am with all versions. Yes, exactly. There's so much like layers and symbology. And I don't know, like, I just be loving it too much. I mean, I love all of them, but I just be loving that one too much. Like, I'm obsessed. And like, I study it just because I want to learn more, and the symbology and the, I even got this the other day in the mail. I think it was yesterday. I bought a little pouch for my little Empress card. Oh, thank you. It's my manicure, like I did it in the salon, but I think it's like a red. It's my little tribute to Oshun, to be honest. That's what that is, like a little orange red. Hey, Divination, how you doing? We're just talking about cartomancy and the Rider-Waite-Smith system, and how there's like a lot of symbology, and how people think that sometimes it's demonic, but there's like actually a lot of Christianity images in it. So we're talking about that. And I never get tired of RWS. Everybody knows I'm obsessed. Okay, I need to go do something with myself. What about anybody? I know Divination. She reads playing cards. I watched her channel. I love her, guys. If you haven't checked out Divination, I love her. She's like authentic witch. Like, and an ally to Black Lives Matter. And she doesn't do it for clout. Like, she cares about marginalized people. So I love her. Yes, I love like the stained glass and the little poor guy and the lady, she's freezing to death, and the Four of Swords. Yes, because there's like a in the Four of Swords, in the stained glass window, you could see Mary. So I love that. Exactly. The Ace of Cup literally is when you get married in the Catholic Church, they give you communion and you also have your first communion. Like, come on now. Oh, I know she does. Cause I want to get her book that has like her artwork. And I also found out that she wrote stories about her growing up in Jamaica, like fables and stuff. So I actually want to get that book as well, where she talks about Obadiah, which is an ATR from Jamaica. So girl was practicing Obadiah. So okay. And she was also Catholic. So I'm just saying you could still work with the energy of Jesus and still do your witchy thing. Like, who's telling you can't do that? Oh, the High Priestess is my favorite. Yes. The High Priestess is my favorite card too. And the Nine of Pentacles. Oh my God, I love me some Nine of Pentacles. Exactly. Thank you. Everything is quantum. Okay, so let's talk about the moving out thing. When something is not meant for you, I did readings on it and I was not listening. And I was like, I'm going to move and I'm going to do my life and blah, 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 blah. And I didn't understand why like all my doors were closing. And Spirit was like, girl, what are you doing? So yeah, that's why I didn't do it. Like, I had a chance to, but something was telling me to fall back from the deal. And around the time that I took a break back in September, like I was having a whole mental health, like I was pissed. Because like even if you know you're not supposed to do something, but you're so set in doing it, your cards are telling you no. I paid a professional person to read me because I was too attached to the situation. And I was still like, nope. And then I realized, like, my guides came to me in my dream, like, girl, no, we got something better for you. So there's some things going on behind the scenes. I'm doing some manifestation on that because that deal would have actually screwed me over. And I found that out after I backed out, like the person was not a good person. So that would have been like a whole mess. Okay, that's true because whatchamacallit? Oh, whatchamacallit? When I do spiritual investigation, the deck that I use is a deck of playing cards because in Haiti, that's what we use for readings. So there's a lot of cartomancies in the Caribbean too. So, and Marseille decks too. I like Marseille, but like not really. I actually like when I'm channeling like spirits. I actually don't like any type of imagery. So I agree with the playing cards to channel spirits. What I don't understand is the Bible verse that talks about witches, witchcraft, divination, detestable to God. Yes, Tasha McKnight. That's why I said I'm not really like a Christian, right? What I use the Bible for is because I have a lineage, and part of my culture is using conjure. So I use the Bible in the same way that my Black ancestors used it, which was to do spell work. We synchronize a lot of our stuff with Christianity elements. If you look at Santeria, a lot of the orishas are represented by Catholic saints. So I'm talking about like the ATRs of the diaspora. In Haitian Voodoo, we synchronize the Loa with certain saints as well. So I'm not looking at it like as Christianity. I'm looking at it as the way that my ancestors do their oppression. And I don't see it as oppressive because I understand the mysteries and the secrets. And I think that's why it's important when you can to actually attend the rituals like in the community and like learn at the foot of our elders, because then you kind of understand why they do it. Because I used to be confused, like, but if you're not Christian, why are you praying to a saint? Like, what are you doing? The Bible don't like this kind of stuff. So I had people explain to me. So I'm not looking at the Bible. I don't believe in hell. Haitian Voodoo, we don't believe in hell like that. So it's just a way of working the craft, but it's not a religion in the sense of like you're gonna go to hell, and that's not, no. So that verse doesn't even, I don't even care about it. Exactly. Take what resonates and throw the rest away. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, exactly. And you know what's interesting? I'm gonna tell you something. As demonized as witches are and psychics and everything else, I'm not gonna tell you who. Let me tell you something. There was a time in my life where I questioned that because of my, like I said, because of my other family. And I'm like, I went through a really bad time, blah, 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 blah. I talked about it before. And I had like, it was like after the first year of me working on the psychic hotline, I had left. Nobody knew what happened to me. And I was going through a lot of stuff. And I remember leaving. I was like, I'm never going to read cards again. My life is chaotic. And I think God's punishing me. And I saw this like really evil spirit literally attack me saying, yes, stop reading tarot for other people. We're happy you're not. And I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? So you mad that I was helping people? But if I'm evil and I'm doing evil things, why is the evil spirit saying, yes, don't do this stuff because then we're going to do bad things to you? Like, that doesn't make no sense. Doesn't evil praise evil? Like, what? And that's how I met Danto. Danto came to me. She told me this is what you're supposed to be doing. She made a miracle happen in my life. She's like, read full time. Like, I'm going to help you. She pretty much manifested something really big in my life. Like literally 3 months, like she told me to. She's like, in 3 months, you're going to get da 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 da. In 3 months, I got da 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 da. Never questioned my path after that. So I'm good. They could do all the new age to Jesus videos they want. Doreen Virtue can convert all day. Certain people in the witchy community can convert all day. Those people do not faze me because you ain't going to take me away from my spirits. Goodbye. Exactly. So, yeah. Exactly. It's a business, plain and simple. They don't want to lose that money. Yo. Exactly. So I don't go to church, okay, per se. I just work the Bible like my ancestors did because that's the heritage they left me to take their religion that they try to oppress us with and use it against them. So boom, 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 I'm good. Exactly. That's how I do too. Because that's what the African Americans left for us. They left voodoo. In Haiti, they love Haitian voodoo. So I don't mess with it. Like, I love it. Like, I respect it. It works. That's how I feel. I get the results I want for me and my clients. So I'm good. Like, I don't go through those like crises, but I can be very empathetic to people that do. I have clients that don't want to talk about Jesus and they're good, and I respect that. And I have clients that they're still struggling. No, not only that, this is the story I wanted to tell you. So, y'all want to hear some tea? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't say who it is because I don't want to get in trouble by YouTube. But I was doing this reading, and this person's giving me their government name or whatever because the webcam is off, right? Because I do Skype reading. So the webcam is off, right? But the voice sounds very familiar. So I'm like, so I'm doing the reading because they're like, and I'm like, you're a very religious person. I keep getting the Hierophant. I'm like, you a pastor? Because the person was reading and their wife was going to find out about the mistress. And let's just say this pastor is a televangelist. Boom. I was like, okay, boo. So this is why I'm going to be listening to that. Because they're the first ones to be talking to a psychic. So ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. But the thing is, who this person is shocked me. Because they want to be sitting here. They want to be sitting here. Okay. Supporting certain people that were mad racist. I'm like, yeah, okay, baby. We all know the truth. Witches are evil and boo boo boo. So it was funny. Yup. Exactly. Then another thing that people don't know. I was in an Uber and we had like a long, okay. Oh no, girl. Girl. No. No. This was melanated, and that's all I'm gonna say. This person was melanated. That's why I was like, wait. Ooh, yeah, girl. Yeah, I can. I don't want to get sued. You want me to get sued? I could get sued for liability. You know, these people be having money, having airplanes, dots of $1 million houses. Like, they can't sell their books now, but yeah, it's crazy. That's why I don't worship no man. Okay, keep it cute, Dab King. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. Oh my God. But what I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say. She said, who was it? Who's doing it? What we doing? What we doing? Yeah. I have read some interesting people though. Yeah, I have read some very well-known people, like, oh, and that made me realize, money is not happiness. Okay, so the deck that I was in the process of, I am still in the process of that, but like my daughter is doing the art, and I don't know how your daughter is because she's 20, like she's in school and she's working, and so we're gonna be working on that this year though, like over the summer. Because what I want to do is like a series. So as she starts doing the artwork and everything, I'm gonna be like showing you guys, like I want to do a series where you guys see us creating the deck. So I'm excited about. But then I'm like very confused because I'm like, should I do an oracle deck or a tarot deck? Oracle deck or a tarot deck? Or what do you think I should do, guys? An oracle deck or a tarot deck? Tell me. Because I'm more of a tarot person. I'm not really an oracle person. So unless I do an oracle that it's its own system. Yeah, because what I'm planning to do is a tool of divination that covers both the indigenous lineage and the African lineage of the diaspora and the Caribbean. So like a Caribbean, Afro-Caribbean, Native American deck with like deities and things. But I don't know if I should do like a tarot or if I should do like an oracle. Oracle with its own system. That's what I was thinking too. Like something different, kind of like a tarot, like something like that, like some tarot correspondences, but with oracle decks, like its own system. I'm not kind of like linked into having to follow a certain system, Oh, what's the difference between the two? So an oracle doesn't necessarily have a system, whereas tarot has a certain system. It's 78 cards. This means that, certain symbol. It's more structured. So with an oracle, you can kind of do whatever the hell you want. So that's why I kind of wanted to do the whole oracle thing and kind of just like do my own system, because I wanted, exactly. Then I have like that egotistical thing, like, but I do want to make a Rider-Waite that's more representative, because a lot of people don't know, like, there's so many different skin tones in the spirits of the diaspora, different sexual orientation. You have gender fluid spirits. You have two spirits. You have spirits that are like gay. Like there's so much, and then you even have disabled spirits. A lot of people don't even know this disabled orishas and loas. Like, and this is why I love it, because there's so much representation, and like representation matters, because you always see the same, like the reason why I don't like goddess decks it's always the same people. Oshun, like I love Oshun, but it's like Oshun Yamaya diversity. Like, can we like think outside the box, people? Like, can we do somebody else? Yamaya and Oshun, Yamaya and Oshun, and Yamana Babu, and it's always like misinformation. Like, ugh. Thank you, darling. I will check that. Yeah, because I'm just so sick of like Yemaya and Oshun. Like, I love me some Yemaya and Oshun, but Oshun, And yeah, but y'all only started trending because I love me Beyonce, but once Beyonce was like an Oshun energy, like everybody loves Oshun now. Like seriously, like that's what we're doing now. Like, ugh. Like there's 401 and counting Orishas. So there's so many other ones. There's like 400 and something different Orishas, people. Exactly. Exactly. Like, come on. What about Inle? What about Osan? What about, say Osun? What about Obatala? What about Shangol? What about Ogun? And the different aspects and the Legwan. Da, 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 da. And what about the Loa? Notice that the Loa never. Where's the Loas? Where's my Zidifreda? Where's my Danto? Okay, where's the Marasas? Like, where's my peoples? That's what I'm saying, D. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally like they only put in those spirits just so they could be like, that way they could say we're diverse. But and then the when you buy the guidebook for the deck, it's always the same regurgitated thing that you could read in like 20 other decks that put the same two spirits in there. Because I was thinking when I make my deck, I actually want to make like an intricate. That's why I'm taking so long because like I'm such a perfectionist. I actually want to make like this intricate like guidebook that explains the spirits that are in the cards. Because I feel like if you actually know who they are, it's like you can get deeper meaning from it. If that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, I would love me a thick empress, okay? Because first of all, if the empress is a mother archetype, okay, and she had babies, all right, you gonna have some stretch marks and you're gonna have a fupa. I was 121 pounds before I had my kids. I got a whole fupa going on. So I'm just saying, come on, people, get it together. Yes, girl, how you doing, girl? We're celebrating over 7,000 subscribers. Exactly. Yes, let's do the Empress, yo, with like a muffin top and some stretch marks and some. I hope I don't get in trouble by YouTube. Some saggy titties, okay? Some saggy titties because she breastfed her damn kids. That's the Empress, baby. That's the Empress, okay? She got big boobs and her stomach, and she got stretch marks because, okay, babies leave marks in your body, damn it. Shoo. That's the Empress, right? Yes. For some old people, other than the hermit, exactly. Thank you, my love. That's true. At what point does conforming and informing to the public? That's true. That's true. All right, I'm going to answer that question. An empress. They do have an empress, I think. I or is it the high priestess in the Mary? I don't have the Mariel because the that kind of is cringy for me, but I think either the high priestess or the empress is breastfeeding babies. It's just the artwork. It's too much penises, and I don't like ducks like that. That's just my personal thing. Yes, girl, 42. I used to be a 42 double D. I'm mad sad about that. Yeah, I don't like it. It gives me divination. You don't like that deck either. I don't like that one, and I don't like the wild unknown or whatever. I hate that damn deck so much. Me too. Me too. I don't like most of the popular decks. I'm literally an outcast in tarot too because I don't like none of the stuff they talk about. I'm not really into modern decks and the fancy decks and the fancy elite. The deck is floating in the air is $999.99 or $200 decks. Like I'm gonna use them to read my clients. Like I'm not gonna be sitting here wasting $200. My decks be worn out in like the first 3 or 4 months of using them. Yes, it's gonna be so, guys. My deck, I'm planning to have it done by 2022 because that's the reason why they want to do like a Kickstarter or crowdfunding. Because a lot of times when people pre-buy decks, there was a whole scandal on YouTube. Not gonna mention who person took out the deck a whole year later. People got mad or they were being I don't want to do all that because, you know, we're going through a pandemic right now. And like, you know, so I want to take my time, but I am planning to have it done by 2022. So watch out for that. Oh no, I love me the Hoodoo Tarot. The Hoodoo Tarot is my jam, girl. Now, you know what other deck gets a lot of hate? And I think it's a very sad thing. Okay. A lot of people, because the guy who made this deck, he is white. He is white. But listen, we should do a collab. We should do a live stream, D, because you know I love you. You know I love you, girl. He is a white person who made this deck because there's like a lot of like drama about it. But the guy who made this deck went to black people. So black people who actually do Ifa and Santeria, got his initiations in his own right because the spirits called him. And with the permission of his elders, he made this deck. So he's a legit Santero. So there are times that African spirits do call people outside their culture because I personally worked with 3 Hindu spirits. I'm not Indian at all. And I went to someone who's Hindu and a religious leader and learned how to appropriately honor those spirits. I no longer work with them because I guess it was like for a time. And they helped me with some things and they kind of left. And that happens with spirits sometimes. But I went to someone of that culture. I paid money to them and I learned how to work with them through their religion. I did not take Hindu spirits and do African spirituality with them. You know what I mean? Like I respected the culture. This is the Orisha Tarot. I'm going to type it for you. So I just want, a lot of people don't want to buy it because they're like, oh, it's a white guy. But like I said, the deck is good because in the 10 of Swords of this deck, this is the 10 of Swords. In the book, he has, if people want to learn about the Orishas, right? He has their patakis. Patakis are personal stories about the Orishas. So for people that are trying to learn about Orishas, the guidebook in this is everything because it's going to teach you about the Orishas. Like, especially for people that don't know, like the artwork, I'm going to be honest, ain't my thing. But the guidebook is good just for the guidebook itself. And this, the 10 of Swords, the reason why there's blood in the ocean, it's a homage to every indigenous person and every person of African descent that was brought on slave ships and killed for money. So basically, like that represents the blood of our ancestors. And if that's not deep, and if he's not an ally and woke, then I don't know what is. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, do with that what you will. I like this deck, and I use this deck because I love me some Orisha. So that's the Orisha Tarot, my love. Yeah. Why is it not letting me type that? Orisha Tarot. Let me see. Let me. Okay, let me send it. Yay me. Yeah. I think so. Let me get the guidebook, the Pataki guidebook, so you guys can see it. You can do a little screenshot. They sell it on Amazon, and I think when I bought it, I bought 2 copies because I was like, not for nothing. Some of these mass-produced decks go out of print, okay? And then that's why I just be buying backup decks. Give me 1 second. Okay. I believe this one is by Llewellyn. Okay. Thank you. I miss you too, girl. Well, I'm going to be doing live streams, my love, once a month. So come in, hang out with me. We could do chit chat like we used to do back in the days in Skype. But yeah, this is the guidebook. So it's called the Patakis of the Orisha Tarot. So you know what I'm going to do? Let's do, so you guys can get a little feel for this deck. And no, I'm not sponsored and know the person that I'm paying nothing. So, because I don't like getting, one thing I don't know if you do, D, or not, because I know you make content on YouTube. And anybody else who's a creator, let me know. I'm kind of iffy about the whole getting free decks thing. I think I stepped it like 1 time because then it's like, I don't know. I don't want to feel like I owe you a good review. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be honest and be like, oh, I think your deck was crap. Like, you know, so yeah. All right. I'm going to pull a 3-card pull, but instead of me reading it intuitively, I'm going to use the guidebook so you guys can get a feel of what the guidebook is. Because I feel like this deck, the guidebook is good. It's good. It's a good personal deck. So let's see. What message do you have for everyone in my live stream today? In the name of the Amen. Okay, girl, let's see. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's why in my channel, you don't really see me do deck reviews and walkthroughs and all that. Because I ain't going to be sitting there wasting all my money. And I don't want to feel obligated to you. So last person who reached out to me was basically like, I'll give you the deck for free if you give me a good review. Boo-boo, that's not how that works. I don't have to give you a good review. Exactly. And then next thing you know, D, like that's all they do on their channel is like buy everything that I have. Okay, so. Ooh, guys, you guys, oh, I love it. Okay. He is getting crowned by the spirits. Okay, you got the emperor here. Okay, this is like when in Santeria they crown you, so you have your Orisha, the one that rules your head, mounted on you. So I already love that already. You can see like the ancestral spirit in the background. Like, come on now. So we're gonna read from the guidebook, guys. We're gonna read from the guidebook. It's the emperor. So let's see what they say. Let's see what they say. All right, I'm gonna skip all of this because that's a lot right there. Let's just get to the divination part, just so you can. So let's get to the divination because they're gonna go into like the symbology and all that. It says this card speaks of the person being read for stepping into and already being a leader. So this is when you get crowned and you pretty much become the leader, an elder in the religion. All of us that do things for people, I had to do this myself. We have to get crowned. Okay, that's the only way you could be a priestess, okay, or a priest, okay? Point blank, period. Okay, so how well are they handling this responsibility? Though the card says they are the emperor, they are still a human being. As such, their actions might be less than divinely inspired. Greed, power, control, and improper sexual relationships are all common traps people can fall into. This person is in a place to grow their empire and expand their possibilities. To do so, they must be comfortable wielding their power. The emperor does not clean the bathroom or even fight directly. They have people do things that need to be done for them and their kingdom. Their time is meant to be focused on the things they only can do. Okay, so basically they have to know if they're going to be a leader in the religion, they cannot use this to sexually exploit people, to take away people's money. How many of us have seen these fake people scamming people out of money? So this is really powerful because that's basically not what it was supposed to be. The babalao, okay, the babalao of the religion, the father who holds the mysteries, okay, is actually supposed to guide people who are new to the religion and basically like their community, their house. Because once you get your crown, like you are allowed to have godchildren, you're allowed to have a house. And so many people, okay, and so many people abuse that power. And so he's speaking facts. A lot of people are taking this lineage and this stuff and exploiting people, okay? So I'm telling you, he good. The next one is the king of disc. Again, he did not give me this deck for free. I paid for this myself. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, and it's the king of discs. Okay, the court cards. Okay, so you have the king of disc. Let's see what his message is. Okay, so the divining. And I'll put this one up for you guys. It says, a bundle of herbs, alamo, marked with a color indicating which orishas they are for. Various plants in the background for the diversity of knowledge. The person shown has a 6th finger, marking him for the birth of a child of Osain. Because Osain is telling you right there, Osain is the orisha that rules over the herbs. So you cannot do anything with herbs unless you have the blessings or the mano de Osain. So that's important. Okay, that's importante. So the person this card appears for has profound applied knowledge. It may seem simple, but it is built on decades of study and practice. They are usually gregarious and friendly. Plant, nurture, harvest, then plant again. Theory is nothing without application. Your work will take seasons to come to fruition, not days or weeks. And the thing that people don't understand, right? The orishas and the loas, they're nature spirits. They're very more similar to Fae energy because they literally live in the plants. Osain is literally said to live in plants. So when you are working with the plants, you are working with the spirit of the plant. If you study hoodoo is the same thing. We believe that plants, animals, and humans are all equal. So sometimes we sacrifice not animals, but plants to our spirits, because our spirits are to be fed because they're no longer in the living world. That's where we give Ebo to the spirits, because that's what gives the Orishas and the Loas their Ashe, their power. Okay, we have to feed our spirits. Okay, so yeah. Exactly, Miss Hubbard. Exactly. And then the last one is the Three of Discs, and then I'm done with this deck. But yeah, I love this deck. I use it a lot for like personal readings. So I feel like I want to use this deck for like, is my man gonna call me? I feel like this deck is deep. Like, we don't need to be talking about that. Like, this is more like spiritual elevation, you know. So the Three of Discs, I love it because she's literally giving offerings. Look, she's literally giving offerings to the spirits. See? And then you see, look, the Lord of the Crossroads. The Lord of the Crossroads. And all the and then see, look, she's performing a ritual on Olympia on him. Okay, so love it. So it says here, the symbolism. At the top are a few possible taboos, right? Because, you know, people, they want to be judging us. Street corners, hard liquor, wearing stripes. In the middle are offering food, candles, birds, and flowers. At the bottom, the younger person is saluting the elder, okay? The elder is cleansing them. If this card shows up in a reading, it is important to look at what should be done, what shouldn't be done, and what behaviors should be modified to find the right results. All three should be talked about. Be mindful that many Westerners despise being told not to do something. With this card, their resistance highlights just how important the limits is for them. The person indulges in things or behaviors that undermine their goals. This person thinks highly of themselves beyond their status. This person takes no action but talks a lot. They already know the answers because they have been told before, but did not listen. When I was trying to move, remember I was telling you that? I kept getting the Three of This. Like, you know what to do. Shut up. You ain't supposed to be moving right now, damn it. You ain't supposed to be moving. I kept getting this damn card. I was like, okay, I get it, ancestors. I will wait until your divine timing, God. So, yeah. And then they have like the solution. So how can you work with the like negative aspect of the card? It says, make constant offerings, honor the elderly, honor your commitments, and have faith. So there you go. So this is why this deck, I go to the guidebook. It's not that I can't read tarot, but I feel like he did such a great job on the guidebook. I want to read the guidebook. Exactly. They're like, sit down, girl. Have 25 seats because you're being mad annoying right now. Let the spirits work. Let the spirits work. And you know what? They've been working, so we good. Exactly. This is not a deck like, you know, is my boo-boo bear going like I'll use my tarot deck for that. But this is like it's deeper. It has like its own little system. I love it. So, but yeah, that's the Orisha tarot. Very cheap. You can buy it right on Amazon. It's mass produced. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to talk about that because I felt really bad that I've been seeing a lot of people hating on him. And I'm like, let's research before we criticize. There's a controversy too with the Hoodoo Tarot, which I love the Hoodoo Tarot. The Hoodoo Tarot is very accurate if you like want to learn some things about Hoodoo. So for those of you that are called to Hoodoo, the Hoodoo Tarot is actually good. It's made by a Black woman, but people actually got mad when they found out that she hired a white artist. And I'm like, why? A Black woman made it, support Black business. Like, what are we doing right now? Oh, really? He's getting married? Congratulations, nephew. We got to get you married, sis, though, you know. We got to manifest a husband. I don't want to get married. I realize I like being single. I like being single. I like being by myself. I've tried to be in relationships, but I'm in business for myself. I just don't have the energy to answer text messages. Like I be liking somebody, and you know, like when you first meet somebody, you texting them, and then after a while, I'm like, ugh. It's like, ugh. Uh-oh. But yeah, I can't do relationships. I just feel like I like being single, but I like helping my clients manifest love. I just personally don't want to be in a relationship. It is amazing divination. It is. Like, D, listen. Like, I love relationships. I respect marriage. Like I said, I do. I'm a root worker. Like, I'll help you, spiritually fix your marriage, work in your relationship, manifest a lover, do. But for me personally, I just realized I don't like conventional relationships. Like, when I was married, I felt like dragged down. Like, you in my house every day. I love you, but like, I want to do stuff. You're like in a different vibration. You think I do demon stuff, like, no. I think mine was just also a lot of people are not like into what I do, so like I ain't gonna stop being spiritual for you, boo boo. So but the right relationship, yep, exactly. I was crying a little bit before I got on here because I don't know, like you don't have to like this artist, but I was crying to Little Nas's new song, Shout out to Little Nas, okay? He had me crying with his latest video made me cry, girl. Yep, the man you marry got to be spiritual like you. Exactly. But Little Nas had me crying some tears. Yeah, I was crying. No, the song, his newest song, When the Sun Goes Down. Like, listen, it's so good for like mental health awareness for like people who struggle with mental health issues and stuff. Like, that's very inspirational. Yeah, that's me too. I did the marriage thing. I did it. I got married at 19. Stood married until my 30s. So it was like most of my life. Then I met my youngest daughter's father and try to do that whole thing. And I'm good. Like, I am so good. I've been single for like the last 5 years, not in any long-term relationships, and I'm good. Yes, good. If you listen to the video, like if you actually listen to the lyrics, it's a little dark. So I'm not used to him being so dark, but like it's really inspirational at the same time. But I'm just obsessed with him anyway, so. And that's perfectly fine. I don't like 9 to 5. No, but see, you could be spiritual. You're gonna be spiritual and have a job. So like, we're not talking about that. So, but see, like that's even in the wrong spectrum that I'm looking for. So, did I really experience love though? Did they really love me though? I don't know about if they love me back, but yeah. But I love me my children though. I would never take my babies back. If I had to do it all over again and get my 4 glorious children, I would. You ain't wrong about that, sis. Nanny's like, if I get divorced, I prefer to be by myself. I don't blame you. Like, that's how I feel too, though. Like, I don't want to have no more kids, so I'm good. Because I always attract men that have no children. And they're like, oh, I accept your children, but like, can you have more babies for me? Like, no. Exactly. So, and I ain't trying to like have babies with you and like we're not doing all of that. So like, so I do all that. No, I don't date the divination. Men my age are not attracted to me. Like, I'm 42 and I'm gonna have like 20-year-olds hitting on me. I'm like, dude, I'm literally old enough to be your mother. Ugh, you could be my mama. No, ew, no. So that's what the problem is. Mm-mm. I will put it in perspective. I'll put it in perspective. My youngest daughter's father just turned 30. So when I was with him, he was in his very early 20s. But in my defense, he told me he was older than what he was. So that's how that works. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Well, I like me some older people. I don't age is just a number. Like, I don't care. If we vibe. We vibe. Oh my god. She's like, hey, that's okay. Oh, he did recently last year. And right before COVID happened, girl, yes, he was like, let's move in together, boo boo. I was like, get out of here. Exactly. Exactly, D. Exactly. Like now that I'm older, like my oldest daughter's gonna be 21. I'm like, I can't be talking to you. D is so bad. There was this guy thought he was older, right? Because he's like, deep voice, hair on his chest, looking like a whole snack. So I'm like, okay, he's probably a little younger than me, probably like 30 something. That's not that bad. He talked about I'm in school. So I'm like, okay. He don't want to tell me like what school. So one day I'm just like happening. This is a true story, people. At this time I was like in my 30s. So I was like, oh, maybe he's like late 20s, maybe a couple of years younger than me, a couple of years. I walk to the school. Okay. I walk to the damn high school because I want to register my daughter to the high school. He's a senior in high school. Ew. No. No, and then he's lying. I'm like, dude, like, were you even 18? Like, are you trying to get me locked up? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, exactly. And then, are you 18 or are you gonna get me charges? Like, these people be playing games. These dudes be playing games. Like, I ain't trying to get locked up for you. Oh my God. I can't with this life. Yes, exactly. It's like, why are these people eating? I don't know. Eat veggies and drink water. Exactly. I ain't trying to be no prison snacks. I like that. Ooh, yes. Yeah. They're terrible. They're terrible. Terrible. Yeah, I have stories from because when I first got divorced from my husband, and he used to take the kids. I didn't have any kids because that was before my youngest was born. So I was living the years because I got married when I was 19. I was living the years of like, that I never got to live because I used to be like, Beyonce had a song like Diva is the version of a hustler, like a female version of the hustler. That was my anthem. I believe that. And I literally was doing the club scene and living that life and dating. And it was the first time, I was very religious when I married my kid's father. It was the only real boyfriend I ever had. I was 19. I was pure when I got married. All of that stuff you're supposed to do. So like once we separated, like I went buck ball crazy. I'm not even gonna say a lot to you. Yeah, that's true. Then he would have been asking for lunch money. Exactly. Yes. Baby girl, sugar mama, give me lunch money. Give me lunch money, babies. He needs that milk money, y'all. Y'all, I agree. I agree. You still waiting to get buck wild. Girl, you're gonna get buck, especially if you're still gonna move to New York. You're gonna be really buck wild because that COVID cases are down, guys. Like they're about to open up New York in July. Like I don't know about you. I'm getting my second vaccination at the end of this month, and I'm out. Like girl needs to go to a club, get her twerk on, get her twerk on. Like I need to live my life. I am sick of this. Yes. I remember I met clients, it was like 2 years ago, because I went to do like an exorcism. We were celebrating, went to a club, and they were like, oh, shamanic Arab priestess be getting down like that. Like, oh, yeah. What you think this is? Me, I like to go to lounges. I don't like when I was younger, I would do clubs. Like now I like to go to lounges because then you get like a little bit of an older crowd, but they're not like too boring. You get some cocktails, socialize. Like that's what I like to do. And I like food. Like, yes. I love going to a nice dinner. Like, I don't care. Like, I feel like take me out to a nice dinner. I'll love you every day. So, and coffee. Those are like my favorite things to do. Coffee, dinner, lounge. That's where I like to go. I try to do online dating. I don't know if any of you guys try to do that. Oh my God, that is just the amount of fake people and fake profiles, and they don't look like they're supposed to, and like, ooh. I'd be like, you have to verify. Like, I would make literally people go on the video cam because you don't look like your picture. Get on my face. Oh, you don't got to be physical, girl. This is my thing. Like, when I was enjoying my singlehood, it wasn't about me dating. It was me like being in community with other women that like they ain't looking for nothing. So us girls will dance with each other. So if like the guys came annoying or whatever, like we wouldn't even talk to them. So that's what I used to do. Like I would go with a group of my besties and we would look out for each other and we'd be dancing at the club and having fun and meeting people. So it was like such a fun experience. The mad sad because my milkshake, I think it finished and I was enjoying it. Oh well. I can't have any more milkshake for like next week. So exactly. So yeah, that's why I used to go out because I feel like when I did the whole like rebellion thing when I got separated, then I did the whole like started to get friends and like I don't know, I liked it. It was something I never got to do because my mom never let me do anything when I lived with her. Like I wasn't even allowed to go to the corner. I had to come home at 6 o'clock before the sun went down. Like I was very sheltered in that sense. So when I got married and then he was controlling, I never got to adult. I started adulting late in life in the sense of like living on my own. I didn't get my own place till I was in my 30s when I left him. So I went from my mom's house to being with a husband in the military. So yeah. Yeah, dating people at work, D, that can be messy. I've heard stories. Then it's like I dated a coworker. And when things didn't work out, I had to see that person every single day. It was uncomfortable. It was not good because he spread things to everybody else in the workplace. So every time I would walk around, like I knew they were talking about me. It was very awkward. Yeah, I did late adulting, girl. Mm. Everybody around me was conservative too. Exactly. Because what happened was I wasn't feeling him like that. So I was like, let's just be friends. Girl, terrible. It was so bad. I actually left the job because of him. Like I just and even when I think he wasn't talking about me, it was just some of it was also in my head. Like maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but it was just so uncomfortable. Yeah. Long lost Yellow Ranger, New York is gonna blow your mind because New York has the lounges, the clubs, the nightlight, like whoo. When I got divorced in my 30s and I discovered the nightlife in New York City, I was good. See? Oh my God, Dab King. I've seen way too many wives and husbands coming to my old job and confronting my coworkers about their cheating. Damn. That's crazy. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, guys, did you guys see this cute thing that my son? Ooh, I'm about to punch my face out. This cute thing my son bought for me for Mother's Day. Isn't it cute? Got it from a Native American metaphysical shop. I love it. Mm. It is. He got it from this every like for Mother's Day. He got me the dragon that I had for Christmas. It's this like Native American store owner. and he has a metaphysical shop. So my son loves buying like dream catchers from him because he hand makes the dream catchers. And let's be honest, I've never seen a metaphysical shop actually owned by a Native American selling Native American things or spiritual things, or a Native American actually having a shop in the city, because it's in the city. So I love it. And then there's another like store where I get the like wines and cigars and things for my native spirits. Like she has a store and she's really, really nice. She's American Indian. And we were talking and she was like, "You're mixed Native American, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she invited us, my daughter, her ex-boyfriend now, and me to one of her like powwow, like drumming circles. It was really nice. So I'm like, I didn't even know they have those in East End. So that was fun. Yeah, so I love that. So I've actually met really cool Native American business owners. And so I try, because I work with my Native ancestors, to always like try to support, brown and black businesses when I can, because that's important. So I always try to buy my dream catchers that are not mass produced. They sometimes have festivals here. And because in the part of Pennsylvania I used to live in, they were predominantly the Seneca Nation. And when they will open up and that was like on the other side of Pennsylvania, when they will open up to the public, I always bought like my dream catchers from them, sage and things like that, because that goes back into the community. And I feel like that's a nice homage to the native spirits. Yeah, it's rare. Like you don't really see that. So when I actually saw that he was in the city, I was like, hey. So, but it took a lot. Like my daughter's ex was like he's from the reservation. Like he was born and raised in the reservation, and like they be going through some things in the reservation. Like he had to leave the reservation, and what people don't understand, because they always like, then leave the reservation. It's a culture shock to live outside the reservation. Things in the outside world are way different than they are on the reservation. So like that's trauma. Like he would literally get bullied at school because he grew his hair long because of his religion, because he was Navajo, and like that's part of his connection to divinity. And people would like, demasculate him for it. Like it just, but yeah, like other people can have long hair and it's considered sexy. Like, what are you talking about? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised in Texas. I would actually research like your local, like I know because of COVID-19, not right now, but you could probably see if they have local like reservations, because I know he said when he lived on the res, they used to open it to the public. And what ended up happening was the public started disrespecting like the sacred items, and they were like taking over the drumming ceremonies, and they were being disrespectful. So unfortunately, they had to close the that part at the time when he was living there. I don't know what they're doing now. That part of the reservation to outsiders. Like it's really sad to me that people were being so gross. Yes, in Arizona there is, and D, that's funny because the Navajos are also in a part of Arizona, and he was born in the Arizona side. So yeah. So I love that. She lives in AZ. Girl, I don't know how you could deal with the heat in Arizona though, because I can't deal with the heat. Like I hate the summer. Oh, there you go. See that, Power Ranger? You have one in Eagle Pass, Texas. Jerry Berry, what happened? What happened, baby?
Oh no, I just had myself.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
I'm just talking to the people.
Sorry, man.
You don't have to be sorry. I'm talking to the people. You can make noise. You having fun with your video game, baby?
Yeah, but
You won't. You frustrated because the game is losing?
No, not that.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm about to die. What's Espe doing? She sleeping?
Yeah, she's sleeping.
And I'm gonna plug my laptop in because it's dying. Want to say hi to the people?
Sure thing.
Say hi, people.
Hey. Oh, baby, mommy's son.
Oh, mommy's son. Wait, Jerry. Let me plug this in. It's gonna die. Okay. All right. I'm almost done, okay?
Mhm.
All right. Let me fix my headband. Yeah, he left already. He's like, hey people, I'm mommy's son. I love that. That was cute. He's mommy's son.
That's me for you.
Yep, see, that's him for you. That's my Jerry Berry. Yeah, now I'm done with this thing. Yep. He's turned, honey, he's 15. My oldest daughter, remember my oldest daughter? When you met her, she was a baby. She's gonna be 21 this month. 21. Yeah, I'm old. The little one that was an infant when I started reading professionally, she's 8. My other son, the second oldest, he's 19. So yeah, all the kids got too big for me. Oh, thank you, my love. Hi, COVID has hindered everything, D. We want to, but she's like, so she's like, she wants to like do it in June because she's gonna get the second one in this month when I get mine. So she wants to be vaccinated because she wants to like party up big. So like, yeah, we getting our vaccinations. Yeah, I don't like the summers either. Like I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I wanted to move to Texas, but like I don't know, like they're having a lot of drama in Texas. I don't know. But they have a lot of drama in Pennsylvania too. You know what it is? Like all these safe haven states are mad expensive to live in. And then the ones you could afford rent are all conservatives. So like, what are you supposed to do? She's like, don't do it. She's like, don't do it. Because I wanted to move down south so bad. I know so many people in Georgia. I know so many people in Arkansas, but like, I don't know about that. Yeah, that winter thing was scary. She's like, they will just shoot you here. They don't mess around. Yeah, Arizona don't play. Arizona in the house. Arizona in the house. But Texas, not gonna lie, like I know people that have some beautiful houses in Texas. Cause I dated somebody in Texas and he had like a $3 million house. Like he had a nice house. Like you can't get a house like that in New York for $3 million. I'm just saying. So he has some beautiful property. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, man. That whole winter storm, and then like the senator of Texas is sitting here on a vacation in the Caribbean. Like, bro, are you serious? Like your people are freezing, but we're going on a vacation. Like, okay, bro. Oh, brother. Like, I can't. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like Florida. Florida has really nice real estate. Like, it's a really great place to live, but then there's issues. You know what I'm saying? Um, why you like trying to censor me up in here? Like, y'all say certain things, and it's like, do you want them? I'm like, we're not gonna censor the damn free chat here. Yes, that's the thing because my family lives in New York, Deidre. And what I pay here, I rent a house that has 2 floors and we're comfortable. I would like a bigger space, but we're comfortable enough. But if I was to get the same amount of space in New York, I'm paying $3,000 or more rent a month. And I'm like, bro, that's a lot of damn money. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even get a backyard. Like, everything's concrete. Like, I love New York, but like, it's so expensive. And a house like that in New York, that's like a $3 million home. It's crazy. Hey, how you doing, Queen? How you doing, Queen? I have a question for any of you guys that are tarot readers out there, because I just want to know your take or whatever. Because I just like talking about things. So, not this deck. Let's take this stuff right now. Yeah. Let me see. I was kind of having this debate with somebody and they got on my damn nerves. I was about to punch them in the nose. Because that's the thing. You can know the traditional meanings of tarot. It's not going to mean the same thing for every reader. Especially if we're putting intuition and psychic abilities into things. It's not going to always necessarily mean what the damn book says it is. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of, those people that are like very rigid, they get on my damn nerves. Oregon. I'm going to look at Oregon. I know I probably mispronounced it, but yeah, I know what I mean. Okay, mamas. So to me, the court cards are more than just gendered to me. Like, just because I get a queen does not mean we're talking about a female. And just because I get a king does not mean I'm talking about a man. And just because he has a pentacles, I'm not always associating it to astrology. Like, there's more to the court cards than that stuff. Like, I don't know. Am I the only one to think so? Because he was getting my damn nerves. But in the book, okay, boo, I don't care about your book. Like, this is what my spirits are telling me it means. Take it or leave it. Then you come back later. Oh, I was wrong. Shut the hell up then. That's why I don't show my cards when I read people sometimes, especially if I know they read, because they swear they know everything. They be the most egotistical people. Like, okay, boo, yeah, you read a book. Okay, and then why you coming over here? Like, get on my nerves. So, like, I'm the nicest person, but I don't like smart alecky people. I can't stand that. Yes, person, place, things, situations, and they could also be deities. They could also be actors. They could also be things that happen. Like, they're so, and to me, like, when it comes to Rider-Waite-Smith, like, everybody always says, like, oh, it lacks diversity. When I was studying tarot, this ain't got nothing to do with a Caucasian person, because I don't see the wands like that. Like, to me, the wands are brown people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain cards, I could associate somebody from the LGBTQ plus IA community. Like, for instance, to me, the Fool's card. And the Two of Cups isn't always romantic, because sometimes the spirits interpret that card as something else. So to me, the Two of Cups is also the duality between male and female energy. So the Two of Cups could also represent a non-binary person or a gender fluid person or a two-spirited person. So we got to stop with the book stuff all the time, because the spirit says that's what it means. That's what it means. So that's what's the difference between reading from a book and reading directly and channeling spirits, okay? And what my spirits tell me something means is going to be more than the damn book that somebody wrote down. I don't care about. So that's just my 2 points. Exactly. The devil card is so many different things than everybody else thinks it is. Like, it's so much deeper than that. It's so much deeper than that. And that's why, like, yes, learn how to read the meanings and stuff. But, like, if your spirit guides, if your intuition is telling you that the Ace of Cups means something different than the book, you're going to go with what your spirits are telling you, okay? Because that's what's going to make the clients come back to you, honey. Exactly. Partnerships. It could be lovers. It could be a soul connection. It could be two people that are, like, you know, emotionally and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Baphomet. Like it could be a lot of stuff. Like, yeah. You just have these people that are like, you can only read tarot if you know the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life. And the Kabbalah does not resonate with me. Sorry, but not sorry. Yeah, like, no. Like, you're gonna, like, I know the book meanings. Like, don't fight to me about the energy exchange. Thank you. But if you look at the Two of Cups, think about it. Where's this damn card? Where are you going? Like, this deck, okay, I don't care. Like, I do what I want. The reason why I have so many different variations of Rider-Waite is because I read color too. Like, yes, this is like balance and all of that. But look, it got a rainbow. Like, to me, this is pride. Okay, that rainbow also means pride, people. So anyways, self-acceptance, being balanced because you accept who you are, okay? Anyways, so where's my, see, the Two of Cups, they do not look that masculine to me. They look exactly the same. They look like twins. These could be twin flames. These could be lovers. These could be partnerships, okay? These could be two people that have emotions. Then you have the two snakes there, right? In voodoo, we use the symbology a lot to represent the male and female. So to me, this can also be a two-spirited person. Someone who is neither male or female can be both and have both of those same energies. So I'm just saying, like, don't tell me how to read my cards when my spirits tell me how I read my cards. That's how I feel like. I feel like there's too many tarot police that like, and they do the same thing with spells. Like that's why okay, I do like to keep myself secret. But another thing is, if somebody tells me how I need to be doing my spells, and if I hear that, oh, you know, three folds law and do no harm, I'm gonna go spaz out on people. So like, I just keep my magic to myself. I don't got time people telling me how to practice my stuff when I've been doing this for 16 years. Get out my face with that. So mad annoying. Like, yeah. Exactly. Exactly, right? And a lot of people don't know Pamela Coleman Smith. Pamela Coleman Smith wasn't only a mixed race person, because if you read like things that people said, they always classified Pamela Coleman Smith, okay, as other. Some people said she looked Asian. Some people said she looked mixed race. I'm not going to actually use the term they use because it's like racist, but basically they were trying to say mixed race, okay? The language they used, it was just a different time. I ain't going to be using that language because I'm mixed race and I ain't calling myself that because we going to have problems, okay? So she was always considered an other. So she was biracial, right? So, and then on top of that, she never had a man and she lived with a woman all her life. And even before it was popular, she was always for freedom of choice. So basically, a woman's right to choose. And she was always for the rights of gay people. And if you look at her court cards, the female cards, the queens, are not overly feminine. Like all these modern decks, like all these modern creators that want to make fun of the oh, I don't like it because it's old fashioned. There's no boobage. They're not overly sexualized. All these women have loose clothes. So to me, like they look like they could be any gender. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she put some secrets in there if you look deep enough. That's how I feel. Because it wasn't like she had the same freedoms we have now where we could like be more out. And she left all her inheritance to her female roommate. I'm just saying. Exactly. 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 My journey. Exactly. So I think like we have to stop putting these. Okay, D, you said it better than myself. F these three laws. Yeah. Because I actually had somebody. I had a different YouTube channel. Okay, that was not popular at all. Long Lost Ranger knows I had another channel. Did not know what I was doing. So I had posted like a spell. I think it was up for like a second. I actually took down the damn channel. It was a failure. And I had all these people, like the few people that watch. Oh my God, three, four laws. What are you doing? Why are you hexing people? Why are you doing? Like it was so annoying. And I was like, I deleted it. I left it. I was getting harassed. I was like, oh my gosh. And then they'd be like, oh, why don't you show us how to do magic? Like, no, we're good. I'm not gonna be sitting here with your annoyingness. And you're not paying me to show you stuff. Like, we good, son. Yeah, it was a bad channel. It was bad. I didn't know what I was doing. The background was oh gosh, like let's not even go there. I didn't know how to put like titles on my videos, so it would have this weird number sequence on it. Video like weird number letters or something. Yeah, and this is my thing. I respect Wicca. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I studied it. I did it. And it just wasn't for me. But I don't regret my time with it because it led me to want to practice more of my ancestral stuff and seek my mother out for her wisdom and her godparents. And that's how I got into this path 16 years ago. But I did do Wicca for because at leaving Christianity, them having like a structure was what called to me at that time. But I didn't like the judgment and like the restrictions. So I just like, no, it wasn't my thing, but I don't mind if that's what you believe. My issue is when you try to enforce your beliefs on me. That's when I have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you do and do what works for you, but just don't be doing that to me. Exactly, girl. Exactly. Exactly. So the people who are trying to seek out justice turn the other cheek, but the actual offenders, like nothing's happening to you. Nobody's telling you nothing. Like I don't got time for that. All right, sis. All right. Have a great day at work. Love you, Ma. You know, we got to do that little tea chat thing soon, okay? Yes, Wicca is a religion. It is a religion. That's why. But to some people, Haitian voodoo is a religion too. But we don't do karma. We don't do three, four. In voodoo, like, we just do what we do because we believe in duality. Like, there's darkness and light and everything. No. In hoodoo, there's no karmic law either. So I don't know. So I guess it's like it is religion, but I think it's like depending on the religion. Does that make sense? And I think because those are based on like, yes, they're synchronized with Catholicism and religious stuff. But originally in the ATRs, there wasn't like, it was just like you do what you do. So I think it also is like a cultural thing, maybe too. I don't know. Because I think in English witchcraft, there's no karma either. Like they just do what they do too. Bye, Joe Radio. Bye, mamas. Free will is so important. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't really believe you can completely take away somebody's free will, though. That's also a common misconception because one of the things like, oh, I don't want to take somebody's free will. Let me tell you something. If somebody don't want you, like we ain't even gonna do nothing. Like I have to know the person kind of wants your face. So like I'm not even gonna waste my time. Exactly. Especially because I was actually talking to someone of Asian descent, where karma originates from, the idea of karma. And they were telling me how they get very offended when people in the West talk about karma without knowing what karma really is. And we had a really deep, like 2-hour conversation about it. And I actually, for the first time, understood what karma really is. And I think that's why I don't like appropriation, because karma is not even a Western idea. That comes from Asian traditions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and things that are outside of the Western culture. And people take that ideal and misappropriate it and then put fear in it. And that's not what karma is supposed to be about. So it's really sad, actually. I agree with that too, my love. I feel like the craft in itself has religious aspects where we can actually advocate for ourselves and do what we want. Yes, everybody has their own code of ethics. And as long as something doesn't feel wrong to you, you should be able to do what you want. As long as you're not like appropriating something from a marginalized culture and not giving credit to that culture and hurting people in that way, like in a colonialism kind of way, do what you want. As long as you happy? I'm happy. He's like, I can't get past chapter 4. My body repels it. I can't deal with you, girl. She's like, my body repels it. I can't with you. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh. My favorite thing of what I practice is, to be honest, is the music and the parties. Like I love my spirits, but I love the drinking, the music, and the parties and the food. I'm not gonna say her live. It'd be some good food, it'd be some good alcohol, it'd be some good partying. I love seeing the spirits mount people. It's entertaining for me. Like it's fun. So exactly. Oh, the herbs. Yeah, see, herbs is another thing with me too, my love. Like I know the correspondences of herbs, but like I'll take like let's say a Scott Cunningham book, and he'll list all the positive things a herb could do. But then I'm also gonna turn that forward and use that herb in a negative aspect too, because I'll do the opposite of what it says it does, because I'm gonna use it however I want. And I do the same thing with color correspondences of candles. To some people, it only means love. Red to me is it could be very evil too. Like I'm just saying, it could be very vindictive, justified. There's so much you can do with a red candle. I'm just saying, white candle too. Like I do whatever I want. Like I feel like everything has dual energy. It has both its negative and positive aspects. So depending on what I'm doing, that's the aspect I'm going to use. Yeah. Well, the way that she explained it to me, karma has nothing to do with this life whatsoever. She was telling me that whatever you do in this life, you carry it into your next life. It has nothing to do with what you do now. Nothing. And it's very complicated. So karma has nothing to do with that. That's what she told me. And I'm going to take her word for it because she's a Buddhist, like from Asia, lives in Asia. And that's like what her family actually does. Like she has gurus and stuff, and they practice some really strong stuff. So I'm gonna take that word because she is of Asian descent, and that's like her cultural ancestral practices. So I mean, nobody else has to believe me, but I'm just gonna go with what she told me. Yes, my journey, the shadow aspects of candles, herbs, and crystals is very amazing. All right, my love. Yeah, that's because everybody else told me something else, and we were just having like you know how you're just having a random conversation, and she explained that. And so I was like, oh, because my interpretation was if you do something it comes back to you. And she's like, no, not in this life. It's like we're already born with certain things because of past lives and all that kind of stuff. It's a whole thing that took 2 hours for her to explain, but the I'm making it very simplified, but basically it has nothing to do with this life. That's what I got from it. Yeah. Oh, Long Lost Rager D was one of my first ever clients. Like we've known each other since the psychic hotline. When I was doing, 1-800 call the psychics, that's where I met her. She was like the second ever person I read for professionally. So we go back to like when my baby was an infant, because I was doing readings in a psychic hotline, like just literally gave birth to a newborn baby. And what I liked about the psychic hotline was you could put your little earphones on, you could work and do your own schedule. And because the line that I worked for had high traffic, so I was able to make a decent living while still being able to stay home with my daughter. They're very exhausting. And there's like, for the most part, I loved everybody, but then you have certain people that I'm like, why are we selling them services? Because like you're kind of exploiting people. So that kind of, I didn't like that aspect of it, because there were certain people I would cut off the reading because I felt like this wasn't a spiritual problem. They were having a mental health crisis. And I'm not going to be comfortable exploiting somebody's mental illness for gain. Like, I'm like, I don't think I'm the right reader for you. Like, I just like your energy and all of that. So that was the part I didn't like. What did you apply to? I'm sorry, I didn't read. Where do you my journey? Who did you apply to, my love? I tried applying, just didn't get a response from the employer. Oh well, next. You mean for a hotline? There's many different hotlines. So like there's like hundreds of them. I would just keep applying to something. They even have one. I think that you can. Oh, there's so many psychic hotlines. Honey. Like if one says no, there's 100 more that will say yes. That's what. So it don't even matter. They even have one that you can do, like if you have like a iPhone, you can literally do text message readings and get paid. So they don't even have to be live sessions. Yeah. So I would just go, like you said, go on to the next. I didn't know you did a psychic hotline 2D. That's crazy. I love it. That's the one I was talking about. That's the one I was talking about. I never worked for them, but I heard that you can do text messages with them. Oh, really? They don't pay as well. A lot of them don't pay that good, because the one that I used to work at was one of the higher paying ones, where they would let you keep most of your, like, what you would make on the site. And then they got bought over by other owners and the pay sucked. And so I left and I went into business for myself, because I was like, I'm not going to sit here and do all this work while I'm barely making it. And you guys are becoming billionaires off my work. Like, goodbye. So, yeah, I get you. So that's the only thing, you know. Yeah, I was like, ew. They went from taking half of the gross income to taking 70% of it. And I'm like, why you get 70% of the income and I only get 30? And then the thing that sucks too is that then it's like you have to charge the client more money than you may be comfortable with because you're trying to make a living. And they don't know that the hotline is actually making all the money. So, you know. Yes. But the thing about going into business for yourself, my journey, it's not as easy as you think. That's the reason why, even though the hotline wasn't treating me well, I built up a reputation over the years and I was able to bring already clients with me into my new business because it in the internet on YouTube, it's very competitive. There's a lot of people that have struggled to go full time in readings because it's a very hard cutthroat thing when you don't have a clientele already. So that's why a lot of people go into the hotline, get that experience, get that reputation, and then know how to market themselves. You know, so it's a very fickle business to get into. It's really hard. So if you want me to be like, I'm very blessed and I do make a very good living off of it, but it takes time. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Let my cousin stay with me for 1 week back in the 1990s and my phone bill was $300 and she called the damn psychic. I like, damn. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Woo. Deidre, I would have to get charges on me because I would have threw hands and not for prayer. And then the popo would have been called and they would have to drag me out of the place because I would have been mad as hell. $300. OMG. I am so sorry that happened to you. Yes, they do want you to take a reading, jam it into 3 minutes, and pay like $4. Exactly. Exactly. Dap King, that's true. $300 is a lot now. Imagine in 1990. That's true. That is insane. That is insane. She said I would have got her ass. Yos. She said talking to Miss Cleo. Oh my goodness. Well, all right, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go. Let me know if you guys. So I have two things I wanted to run by you guys. If you guys want, if you actually enjoy the live stream where we could hang out and I'll have different topics, you know, I'll be more structured next time. If we could do this for like a month, like once a month, have a nice free chat and we all talk about witchcraft and we'll have different topics. There's certain channels too that I actually I want to start promoting small channels because when I was a smaller channel, it's hard out in these streets on YouTube. And it's hard when you're making content and like nobody, you know what I'm talking about? You know, when you first get on YouTube and you struggling and like you make a video, you put all your soul in it, like you don't even get a comment. It's like crickets. And I want to give love to people that are, I feel like they have amazing content, but like nobody's ever heard of them. So I was thinking like maybe once a month, you know, or every 2 months, we'll have like a shout out. And maybe if they want, like I could do like a dual Skype session and you guys could know like a new YouTuber. We could talk about witchy things, non-filtered things. We could talk about all that stuff. Like today we were talking about Jesus and can you be a witch and love Jesus and the Orisha Tarot and all these fun topics. So I would love that. Also, in June, it's official, guys. They're going to remonetize my channel. Okay, so before the end of June, because my channel did get deplatformed because people was lying about me, and YouTube, I love them so much because they saw that the people was lying. So once I get my AdSense reapproved again and like put on there, I want to do membership because I was thinking even if it's like $5 a month, where we could actually have like a little coven where we could talk all things witchy in a more private setting, you know, and just be doing rituals together and just, you know, have that sense of community you don't see in like the spiritual community, you know. we do maybe monthly healing circles and all that. So let me know what you think about that. And yeah, so we're gonna do this next month. At the end of next month, I'm gonna shout out some like newer channels. So if you guys have channels and you're just getting out there, let me know because I'll subscribe. I love supporting smaller channels. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times smaller channels be having the best damn content and they get discouraged because nobody be seeing. Like, I'm gonna be honest, some of these like huge channels, not all, like that ain't really, like, I'm not trying to be rude, but that's like that fluffy witchcraft stuff. And the real brujas get no love. So and the real witches and all of that. Like, I want to, like, let's discover some of that real, that real ish. Give them shout out, give them love. Because when you're putting yourself out there, like, there's one person, I'm gonna talk to her after this live stream. She is amazing. I know another person, they're amazing. So like they're like the first two people. I have like 2 or 3 people I already want to interview on here. So, I'm just saying. So I would love to do that. Well, Brown Brujita, I'm going to subscribe to you. So when you start your channel, sis, I'm going to be watching, okay? Maybe you'll be in the future little live stream and we talk about being a brown bruja, okay? Because that's another thing. We need more, like, there's barely any age representation. So, like, you're seeing really young witches that are aesthetically pleasing. Like, that's fine. But, there's an age, like, discrimination because they get all these views because they look a certain way. But, like, if you look at their content, I'm like, I'm not really getting anything. There's a lack of representation of brown indigenous people and women that are older, women with different body types. Like, I want all of that. Like, let's start our own damn platform, okay? If we outsiders, then we're gonna be insiders with each other. That's what I wanted to do a live stream. Like, I want to start a community. Like, I don't need to be in your community. I can make my own damn community, okay? Yeah. So if y'all interested in that, subscribe if you ain't subscribed to me, because we're going to make it cute this year. We're going to do monthly live streams. We're going to talk about anything. There's no filters here. Curse, do whatever. It's all good. It's a live stream with all adults here, okay? Because you're supposed to be 18 years old over watching this. So, yes. All right, my love. Love, light, blessings. Ashe, ashe. May the ancestors or whatever spirits you guys work with, or if you work with nature, may they always walk with you. May they always bless you. And hopefully, if the spirits are willing, I'll see you guys in the next live stream at the end of June. And maybe I'll have like a little surprise guest or something, okay? Thank you guys for helping me to have over 7,000 subscribers. I love you so much. Bye.